All right, back on the old blue Rusty Crusty Escalade farm truck thing. So this is the head panel I have for this box, which none of it goes together. This is off of probably a 50s truck. Box fenders are off of mid 60s, early 60s maybe. The size, I have no idea what they're off of. They're all mixed matched. So this is way too small to go across here, across there. So what I'm going to do is I have to add 5.5 inches to widen this panel to make it fit this truck. So I'm just going to cut 2 2 3/4 inch side panels here, put a bit of a flange on it, and hopefully that will work. That's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, I have a sheet of metal over here. I'm just going to cut a piece out. I have it's about 19.5 inches long, so I've marked it out there. I'm just going to cut it out and split it in half, and hopefully that'll work. So here we go. All right, so I got my little piece cut out. I'm just going to split this in half now. I do have this old shear, which is amazing, this old Brown and Boggs shear. So yeah, just cut this in half, and then we'll fit it up to the panel and see how that fits. So yeah, I've made some marks on here. This old shear, it's just an old foot power shear, but man, it just like that. You have a nice clean cut, and no grinder marks, stuff like that. No sharp edges really. And just like that, we have 2 pieces. So let's go try those on. So yeah, we got these. Now looking back now, I should have made them longer. I could have just plug welded them in here, but I guess I didn't. So I guess I'm gonna have to just butt weld them on right there. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold this up. I'm gonna mark the bottom here, bend that flange up, and bend it. So I just have this little, what is it? It's a 40-inch Princess Auto brake. It works really well for little things like this. You just put it in, tighten it down. Oh, it's hard to do this with one hand. I guess I should maybe get a tripod or something. But anyway, you just pull up on this lever, you know, roughly to about 90, like that, and that's it. You get your little flange for the bottom. Pull it out, bring it back, and yeah, it should fit on there pretty good, just like that. See? So I'll just yeah, butt weld that on both sides. Then we have our widened headboard. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. Yeah, so I think I am just gonna overlap it just a bit instead of butt welding it. I think it'd just be stronger. I can give it just leave all the weld on there. What I should have done, I guess, is made this longer here and wrapped it up and around to copy that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I'm not a metal guy by any means. I just like to play around with this stuff. But I could always add this in after if I wanted to. Not a big deal, I guess. But for now, I'm just trying to get this thing all mocked up. So I am going to weld these, tack these on, and get the box in kind of where I want it, and see how it goes. I might even have to cut these back off, who knows, and widen it or shorten it, but the rough measurement I got now is this, so I'm gonna try that. All right, so I got that clamped in place. I think it's gonna fit pretty good. I'll either I'll probably drill a bunch of holes through here and just plug weld it to the side, or nut and bolt it. I don't know. I guess you can nut and bolt it. I don't really probably won't need to take it apart again, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm just going to overlap a little bit there, just a bit of a lap weld just to give it, just so I can leave the weld on it. Get more weld, I guess. Get a little more strength. But this is the welder I use, just a little Lincoln 180 make pack. I do use gas with it. Seems to work a lot better that way. So yeah, we'll just give this a little tack on here, both sides, and then we'll fit it up. Alright, so everything's pretty tight, tacked down there. Usually you'd start in the middle, I guess, and work your way out, but this small area and it's tacked down pretty tight, so let's see what happens here. Tack welds. That should hold it. Maybe another one there. That should hold it until I get her mocked up a little bit. See how, just to make sure it is the right size. If we have to do any trimming, cutting, whatever. Yeah. Alright, so we got that one on. I threw a few more spots on it. This side's on as well. Looks pretty good. Yeah. So I'm going to put it back in place over there. See if the box sides line up to where I want them on the truck, so where the fenders, you know, look good on the wheels and stuff like that. Alright, so I got it clamped in place. It's not level or anything, obviously. But yeah, it doesn't look horrible in there. I said I'd probably have to cap that top where it was round. I think that's gonna work pretty good. I still got some space on the wheel there. The fenders have got to go on. But yeah, looks pretty good right where it's at, I think. And I don't have to worry about the it being short here, because the floor on this is going to come way up anyway, because the frame comes up over the wheels in the back, so it's going to have a very shallow bed in it anyway, so that's not bad. It's probably going to work out pretty good just the way that is. Alright, so I got the box off the truck. I'm going to try to square it up. Get some tack welds on it to hold it all in place, square it all up. It's pretty warped up, this whole bed side. You can see there, but it's pretty warped. So I'm going to tack up the front here, and then just run a few cross braces at the back to try to keep it square, I guess. But square-ish to get it on the truck, and then we'll finalize it from there. But just trying to get it in one piece so it's not so wobbly and easier to level off and stuff like that. Alright, so I got that tack together. I just hit it from the outside here. Yeah, it looks okay. Yep, so now I'm just gonna cut. I have these old bed rails that I'm just gonna cut to length and tack into the back here to give me my spacing, so the box is, you know, at least equal front and back. Kind of square it up when I put it on the truck. It's a lot easier to deal with that way. That way I can keep it all together with no clamps and guesswork and everything. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just get that ready and tack it in, and then hopefully fit the bed back on the truck and see how it looks. Alright, so I got the one piece tacked in on the bottom here. I think I'm gonna put another one across the top here just to keep it stable. But yeah, the box is coming up pretty good. Hopefully it sticks together when I try to lift it. It doesn't all come apart. Put it back on the truck. Alright, so that I think is a better representation of where the box is actually going to sit. And the fender obviously has to go on, and I probably have to make some filler panels to go in here, maybe back there to hide stuff, but I think that's probably where this box is going to sit. Now that I've got it kind of welded together and held in place a little bit. This is just a piece of metal I'm using as a workbench. But yeah, I just got it up on wood, so it's not, you know, leveled up or anything. I'm just trying to see where I want it. But right here looks pretty good. This is not bad. Yeah. So let me try and put a fender on it here and see what it looks like.